Hey guys, welcome to DaintreeJD. Well, in the last couple of months I've had some overheating issues in my 105 Landcruiser running a 1HZ engine. Now my normal operating temperature initially was between 85 and 95 degrees Celsius. I changed the radiator to an aftermarket 4-core aluminium radiator and replaced the thermostat at that time, and everything worked really well actually. The temperatures ran at 75 degrees Celsius to about, 75 at working the car hard to about 82 degrees Celsius, which was awesome. I was very happy with that. But the last few months or couple of months it's been heating right up and freaking the hell out of me. And I've replaced the water pump thinking it might have been that. I've replaced the thermostat, done the timing belt, and heating remained. So I pulled the clutch fan out and I observed and resealed that, but I also added a little bit more of the CTS fluid 10,000. I think that's what Toyota use from memory. And I added a little more of that, knowing that it probably wasn't full enough. Anyway, I resealed that. The actual clutch looked okay, but it didn't have the rubber seal that I believed it should have had. It had a really thin strip of silicone or Sikaflex. Anyway, I put it back together, took it for a drive. It was actually a little better, but there was still a heating issue once I got up to 100 and pushed it quite hard. At the lights, it ran a reasonable temperature, but it was hotter than what I was experiencing before this heating issue. So after considering everything, I took it for a good drive, and even feeling the fan clutch initially at cold, it felt fine. There was a fair bit of resistance, but once I had actually taken it for a hard run, I popped the bonnet to show my nephew and I touched the fan, and it actually moved a lot more. If you look at a clock, it moved 15 minutes from one swing, whereas before when it was cold it would move maybe 2 centimeters, 3 centimeters. Not sure what that issue is, but what I've decided to do is actually replace the whole clutch, and I've got a new one that I'm going to fit. So here goes guys. I've pretty much done everything that I can think of. The fuel doesn't appear to be an issue. There's no smoke that it blows when I work it hard. My thoughts are it has to be the fan, and we'll see if it is, I suppose. Alright, keep watching. Cheers. If you like this video, leave a like. I appreciate that, and a comment if you have any ideas. This is the fan and the shroud. I'm going to undo the shroud there, loosen it off a bit, not take it off fully. I'm going to loosen the aircon belt. That pulley, I'll loosen it off there, and I will drop that right down and actually drop that belt off so I can access the fan bolts a little easier. The fan bolts are they're a Challenger number 12 I think. They're a real challenge to get out, and you need a longer spanner for that, but here goes. I'm not going to record while I do it, it's a pain in the ass job, but I'll show you once I've taken it out and we can compare the new True Flow clutch to the existing one and go from there. But I'll spin this here for you. Look at this. When it's cold there's a little bit of resistance, but when I look at the new fan clutch, I'm sure it's got to have more than that. Anyway, fingers crossed. Alright guys, so I've got the clutch fan out. The first thing I'm going to do is compare them. Let's have a bit of a look. This one here, this is the new one over here. Quite expensive. I bought it from the Auto Pro shop here in Cairns. The original price was over $500, which I thought was ridiculous, and so did they. But I got a bit of a discount in the end. But I think you can buy these online for way cheaper, but I need one today. But first thing I'm going to do is compare them, of course, knowing that this one's probably not a True Flow. It's a different clutch fan. It's an older one, but this is the newer one here. we'll see what the difference is. Stand by. Now I'm going to try and show you guys how much this fan actually, the old clutch, how it works. Very difficult here in front of me, but I'll get my hand on a fin. So you can see I'm turning it, and as soon as I let it go it's actually stopping. Sorry for the video, it's a bit difficult to do it all one-handed. We're just going to take these out and compare the new clutch for its resistance, and I'm hoping it's way better. Okay, so these are 4 10mm bolts, nuts. Yes, I should have a piece of cloth down here on the glass table. I'm not putting much pressure. And the wife's not home. Just something to note. Notice the spring here. That actually works with the heat. It changes the way the Viscous fan pulls. Have a look, I've written in here spring side. Believe it or not, you can get these around the wrong way, and if you do that your fan will push instead of pull. So really important. I just did a little spring side so I could refer it to this spring. And this acts obviously with the temperature of the vehicle. This changes the way the inners work. Okay guys, the new clutch, fan clutch is in, fitted, and ready to kick it over. Alright, so I'm going to pack a few things up here and take it for a bit of a run. Just a quick note, see what I've done with a piece of ply here. I'll put that across the top of my bull bar, put a clamp on it. I did have one on the other side as well, but I've allowed a bit more surface area to actually lean over and undo this, because that's hellish trying to deal with that. And I've just got it resting here. Sometimes I have it coming all the way up here, but it's a good piece of ply and it really saves you a lot of drama, and it gives you a place to put your tools as well. Alright guys, we'll take it for a run and do a bit of a check of the temps and that. Well guys, after the run, the vehicle runs quite comfortably without too much load at between 78 to 82 degrees Celsius, and pushing it really hard, I ended up getting up to about 91 degrees, but that was pushing it quite hard. One thing I did notice is that when we pulled up at the lights, the fluctuation in the actual temperature showed that the fan worked, so the temperature dropped as we pulled up, or once we pulled up to the lights. So I believe the thermo fan was working, Viscous fan, the clutch fan, and I'm pretty sure the job is done. It's just been extremely hot here. Thanks for watching guys. If you have any questions or tips, leave a comment below, and give me a thumbs up and a like or a dislike if you thought there was another way of doing this better. Thanks guys, talk soon, bye.